Hi everyone, Bernard here. I hope you're all staying safe and well. Welcome to my film and TV channel. And we have a drama series review today, which is always nice, isn't it, to kick off 2021. I won't count Doctor Who as a drama. It was just a one-off, wasn't it? Not checked up, you've not sort of looked that. Please check the links for that interesting review of the Doctor Who New Year's Day special on the BBC. But yeah, we've got the BBC stroke Netflix, but I'll call it a BBC one. I'm not sure, obviously, how the costs were spread, etc., etc. on this one. But today we're going to have a look at an 8-part crime drama thriller series called The Serpent. Please, if you're new to the channel, push that subscribe button, push the bell notification. All these vlogs are coming out, and you can check the playlist here. You see lots of little TV drama reviews, film reviews, information blogs, poster stuff, lots of things on my channel. And you also notice some football stuff as well. So if you're not interested, that's fair enough. There's loads of film and TV stuff, but yeah, it's my football team, Manchester City. I do little history vlogs and city present vlogs on the club with lots of different sort of features, etc. So if you or anyone you know might be interested, please point me in my direction over there, whatever it is. I'll be very grateful, and if you can get them to sub if they like it, that'd be fantastic. And just a couple of links on screen there for Twitter and Facebook. So if you want to seek me out on there, I do check every couple of days and follow and friend everyone back, whoever does that on there. So that'd be superb. Right, let's get on with it. Crime thriller, BBC stroke Netflix. 8 episodes, so it's a BBC. So you're talking a good 55, 56 minutes, aren't you? Obviously, they have a bit of a what we've done on this one. It's actually now available on the iPlayer. I watched the first series on the, I think it was the 2nd of January. And it's now available on BBC iPlayer, so you can binge watch it like I did. So I watched it over a couple of days or a couple of evenings, all the 8 episodes. So you can do that, or you can just watch it weekly, whatever you want to do. And obviously, you check your territory wherever you are. This is obviously based in the UK. Yeah, in July 2019, the BBC announced that it commissioned the 8-part drama. Tahar Rahim would start as the main instigator of this horrible drama. Was Charles Sobraj, or if that's how you pronounce it, I'm not 100% sure. Jenna Coleman joined the crew, joined the cast. Billy Howell and Ellie Bamber, plus some other well-known faces, joined the main cast in September 2019. So what's it about? Well, written by Richard Warlow, who put together Ripper Street, if you like that. Yeah, Ripper Street, I never quite got into it. I liked odd snippets of it, but I sort of delved in and out and never really got into Ripper Street. But it's written by Richard Warlow, who's responsible for that, and Toby Finlay. And this 8-part series is based on the true story, a lot of dramatic licence, I'll say that now, of how the elusive Sobraj was caught and brought to trial. The drama follows a junior diplomat from the Dutch embassy in Bangkok as he unwittingly walks into the web of crime that leads him to chase down the murderer in the twilight years of the Asian hippie trail. Yeah, the old Asian hippie trail. Oh, I wasn't on that, I must admit. Yeah, so there's very little reviews out there. There's a couple of critiques, which I've looked at. But Internet Movie Database, yeah, 160 people have bothered to leave a score, and a couple of people reviewed it as well. So of the 162 people reviewed it, so I've got a couple of reviews, but I'll just read one out for you, which is interesting. But if you look at all the others, the scores it's getting is actually 6.9 out of 10. So not a bad score, not fantastic, but not for a BBC drama based on a true story. That's not a bad rating. And this guy, I'll just read out this guy. He calls himself Sleeping Dragon. He wrote this on the 2nd of January 2021. His overall score was a little bit high for me. I think he gave it 8 out of 10. You know me, I'm a bit mean. But yeah, I agree with almost all his critique. Yeah, he goes on to say, this is rather good. This is a very energetic, fast-paced drama. Yeah, fast-paced in switching scenes, etc. But more on that, obviously, in a bit. Visually, it looks so good. The production values are excellent. A particularly good cast. Once again, I'm impressed with Jenna Coleman. It's one of those dramas that we need to concentrate hard on, it is, as it is a little deep and could be seen as confusing. After being starved of drama for obvious reasons, it was nice to start 2021 with something this good. You couldn't switch the BBC on without seeing a trailer for it. They certainly went to town to advertise it. Very hard to fault, and yes, he did give it an 8 out of 10. So a little bit over the top there. Yeah, I mean, I've got a few little bit ums and buts to that, really. It was interesting. I think he did. There was a lot of. It was shooting in Thailand, and obviously with the COVID outbreak, they had to obviously stop shooting while they were still midway of doing it, and bring it and finish it over in the UK. So it's quite good because you can't see, you can't really see the join, to be honest with you, between what they shot in the UK and what they shot in Thailand, which is it's quite all credit to them. I mean, they did a good job considering, and they went to great lengths to obviously maintain certain things when they were started filming again later in 2020. Yeah, but what we do, we have 8 episodes of time travelling, basically, as it jumps, as the story jumps occasionally. Occasionally it jumps years back and years forward. Occasionally it jumps months forwards and months back. Occasionally it only jumps weeks ahead and weeks back. And then sometimes it even jumps a few hours ahead and back. So it is a bit annoying, initially irritating in the extreme, I must admit. At least they put the dates on all the time. They came up on the bottom of the screen, so that was fantastic. I mean, but having said that, by halfway through, actually, I started not particularly to need the dates. I could make sense of it, even from hairstyles, from the age of they put obviously the guys in it, etc. I mean, there's certain characters are only in a one time frame, so you sort of get to know them quite well anyway. So I must admit, by halfway through, by episodes 4, 5 or 6, I was sort of getting used to it. It wasn't irritating me, but I can understand fully. I mean, let's face it, a lot of people will watch, might watch 10 minutes of a programme, never mind, but a lot of people watch one episode, and I mean, I'll talk about my good lady in a bit, but we'll watch one episode and think, oh, I don't like this, I'm not going to watch any more. So yeah, it didn't put me off because obviously I was interested in the drama, I was interested in the story, and obviously I was doing a review on it, so obviously I stuck with it. But as I said, it does get a little bit easier to follow this constant time travelling, but I can understand it was very, very irritating to begin with. And I thought if you binge watched it as well, it was a lot easier. If you watch it week by week, I think it might be too much. I think it might be harder to get into. But if you binge watch it, watch one after the other, as I said, you get used to the hairstyles, you get used to the characters' presentation and look and voices and stuff like that. So yeah, I did sort of quite get into it. There's a lot of different I mean, there's English actors, French actors, I think there's a German, Turkish actor in it as well. A lot of different nationalities, and yeah, there's some interesting accents. I know some people are going to quibble about the accents. Obviously the French spoken by Jenna, for instance, and obviously the main character. I mean, I think they're both English actors, I think the two main guys. So yeah, you're going to get a bit of stick on that, but it doesn't bother. This sort of thing doesn't bother me. Even Mr. Dick Van Dyke in Mary Poppins, I could even put up with that for the sake of a good film or a good drama. So I'm not going to worry too much about the acting talent and the accents. The actual acting talent was very, very good. A lot of good actors in this. No one really let the side down on this one. A lot of good quality acting going on. I did wonder by episodes 2 and 3 how they would actually spread this out to 8 episodes, but full credit to them, they did. And I didn't realise just how much evil these protagonists had gone to, the main characters, the evil ones had actually done, how many they'd preyed on, etc, etc. So some of the sort of repetitiveness of the first couple of episodes, where you're sort of looking at the same guy, searching for the same guys, other people were added to the mix as well. So yeah, it sort of worked in the end over 8 almost worked, a bit more of that in a minute, but it doesn't mean to say it didn't get a little bit repetitive over 8 episodes, and perhaps 6 may have worked, so perhaps 6, but then again, I might not get used to the time travelling if they'd only done 6. As I said, I got used to it by midway through, so if they cut it a little bit more, it might have been more confusing. So perhaps 8 was about right for what you got, and but to be honest, by episode 8, I'd just about had enough of the series and the Horrible People. I think the last episode or 2 was felt a little bit rushed. But as I said, I was getting a little tired of it by then. So I think if it had been 6 episodes, it would have been perfect, to be honest with you. But or even 6.5, 7, I don't know. But yeah, I was getting a little tired by the 8th episode. I mean, it is a drama that will polarised opinion. As I said, there's only been a couple of reviews left so far on Internet Movie Database, and they're quite positive. But there's going to be a lot of people who don't like this. There's a lot of dramatic license issues. I mean, obviously, as it says, there's a warning at the start of each episode about the fact that nothing is based on reality. These are only conversations, or only what they think's happened. So there's a lot of dramatic license, obviously, in it. But it still all makes for a really good story, as I said, which it could have got a little bit bogged down, but it never quite did. It sort of just rose above it. I just managed to stay above the being bogged down every time. So it wasn't a bad start to BBC drama. As I said, I'll ignore Doctor Who. But my good lady hated it. She didn't like it. She watched one episode and turned it off. And as I said, that's probably the problem. You're going to get that because, in all fairness, I knew she wouldn't like it. I didn't recommend it to her. I said, it's there. You can watch it. Obviously, she just watched the first episode that I'd recorded. So... no, she didn't like it at all. She's into her thrillers and serial killer things, etc., etc. But it just wasn't her style. I mean, it's a little bit one-paced and a little bit verbal as well. She's not really, a little bit more verbal than a lot of these sort of thrillers. So yeah, she didn't like it. So there's one negative, but I won't let her leave a score. So that's okay, isn't it? So there you go. I mean, my score. Yeah, I mean, I was tempted to give this. A 6.5, which is very, very watchable, but I'm not going to give it that because I know a lot of people won't like it. So I'm not gonna hang myself out to dry by giving it a 6.5 rating. I'm going to give it my standard watchable rating of 6 out of 10, which means I'd recommend it. But as I said, with the proviso that there'll be a lot of people won't like it. It will split opinion. Fairly, perhaps, I don't know. I think they've done a good job. As I said, it's considering the problems they had getting it finished and done. I think they did quite a good job, and I think all credit to the BBC and Netflix for putting. They're not always, the BBC and certainly Netflix are not always on the ball at putting great stuff out there. To be honest with you, so all credit for them for this. It was certainly a very, very watchable thing, but I do know some people won't like it, so I'll just give it 6. I'll just give it 6. I know I said 6.5 then. I'll just give it 6 out of 10. As I said, I was tempted to give it 6.5, but so I'm a little bit below the Internet Movie Database score overall, but then again, I'm always a bit meaner anyway. But if you get to watch it, please let me know what you think. Yeah, Serpent, I'll give 6 out of 10. Anyway, thanks for watching. Whatever we're going to do with the rest of the day, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other until we meet again here on the film and TV channel, on my little channel here, or perhaps you'll flit over to my football channel if that's of any interest. Until we meet again, please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.